everyone, welcome back to the Beyond Rest Debate and to another edition of NXT Out of 10. And yeah, big episode of NXT this week. We've got a women's title match to open the show, as well as a watch match more on the show. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And we started things off with Tiffany Stratton taking on Kiana James for the title, as I said. And they went after each other from the outset, throwing their biggest shots at each other immediately. However, the Centre of the Universe took the win with the prettiest moonsault ever. Becky appeared on the title trying to ask for us to lay out a challenge to Stratton for the Women's Championship next week. The contest was confirmed after the main event. It was a bizarre match. It kind of flew through it. A sprint match, if you will. The action was solid, but they never really got a chance to breathe. It was like they were trying to get it out of the way. Perhaps the exact plan because Lynch is already the centre of the universe. But yeah, kind of seemed odd to dismiss this match. But I think, yeah, it's fair to say the focus was definitely on Becky here and kind of done justifiably so. I can't wait for that match. That's going to be a great rub for Tiffany. Yeah, whatever happens, and I'm sure it's going to be a very solid match. So yeah, 6 out of 10. But could have been better maybe the match. It was then time for Ori Mensah versus Ilya Dragunov. Mensah controlled the action, but he got too cocky and mocked Dragunov's torpedo Masako, only for the Mad Dragon to cut him off and get the finisher for the win. Wesley interrupted the celebration of Dragunov to stay out of his way for an NXT Championship shot. Hayes arrived and announced the two would fight in number one contenders match next week. It could have been shorter, but Mensah looked good with the time, but he was never going to be unbelievably defeating the Mad Dragon. Because of the match, Dragunov did not look like a dominant challenger, and maybe he should have. But yeah, Levy Dragunov will be great next week, and obviously at No Mercy as well. A champion sold why he needs to be the best man in the next team and will have the best match in the brand yet. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about it. It's kind of all building it up, but I think it did a solid enough job. 6 out of 10. It was then time for Nathan Fraser versus Duke Hudson. Fraser reversed the Razor's Edge into a head scissors takedown into the turnbuckle. He then followed that with a Phoenix Splash to get on board in this tournament. The point of the tournament is supposed to be highlight top wrestlers in NXT, but squash matches like this helped no one. It made Hudson look unworthy of his spot in the tournament. Group B is already mixed up, and if Joe Coffey loses next, everyone in the group would have the same record going into the final matches, kind of invalidating the need for the round robin matches as well, which kind of doesn't make much sense. But you know, just for the match alone, it was alright, I suppose. It gets 6 out of 10 from me. But yeah, I just kind of feel like the tournament, just with the way the results gone so far, yeah, the whole round robin bit just kind of seems a bit pointless anyway, really, in the first place. Before it's time for Tyler Bate versus Dabba-Kato. Dabba-Kato threw around Bate with ease until the big strong boy hit him after dazing him. Bate then knocked him down with an impressive aeroplane spinning kick, followed by a spinning boy to win. What was the point of Kato retargeting Bate? Was he just going to lose again? And the announcers attempted to tell us it's a monumental victory for Bate, as he'd been booked consistently as a bigger star than his opponent. In less than 3 minutes, Bate put the supposed monster away. It wasn't even a fair fight. Kato had never even teased that he had a chance. NXT repeatedly failed to book these types of performers like dominant forces, and Kato suffered more than most here. Hopefully at least the big strong boy can now focus on the Invitational. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 from me. A solid match, kind of served to put Bate over, but yeah, I just don't think there's too much to this. Before it's time for Mustafa Ali versus Dragon Lee in number one contenders match, refereed by Dirty Dom. This looked like a fair fight early on, but after an argument between Dragon and Dom, Ali caught the launch door of a roll up for a quick 3. The new number one contender punched the North American champion in the face and left him to Lee in case the Luchador wanted revenge, but he walked out. This was a fun segment and teased a great match down the line. However, Dirty Dom chose the man he was more willing to fight quickly and gave Ali his win before the two could truly get rolling. It all made the story make sense. So while Ali's a dangerous competitor, Dom fears Lee because he's already pinned the champion. It's likely that this will come to an end in a similar style at the Great American Bash. So yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I think, yeah, maybe I would like to see Lee get a shot just because I've kind of seen Ali before, but you know, still not against it. It's going to be a really fun match and time story as well. So yeah, makes sense. Before it's time for another one of these invitational matches, Butch taking on Axiom. Axiom and Butch fought with everything they had. The superhero nearly got the win off the golden ratio, but the Brawl and Brew slipped under the bottom rope. Butch then hit Axiom with the bitter end, but the superhero kicked out just before the time expired. This is what the tournament needed. Axiom and Butch kind of had the first show stealer of the event. And while Jules Camby's fighting, this felt like a statement of Axiom's worth. He fought Butch tooth and nail, never giving up. What made this match so good was how the superhero changed his style to match the Brawling Brute. He went forearm against forearm, kick against kick, and one of the most physical matches in a long time in NXT. Group A is definitely outshining Group B, and it helps that Butch in Pete Dunne form is still in it. And yeah, Tyler Bate still has more matches to raise the competition too. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Gets a 6 out of 10, I'm going to say. But yeah, I thought maybe we would like to see a result. But yeah, like I say, except for that, it was really, really good stuff. Next up on NXT, it was Gigi Dolan versus Tia Hale. Dolan showed her wherewithal by dragging himself into the race after Tia Hale locked Nakamura lock for the first time. However, Blair Davenport attacked her at ringside to set up a chase student to lock in Nakamura for a second time and force submission. While she is still coming along, Hale looks smoother in the ring than she did with Tiffany. Here she's finding her way and executing far more polished. The revolving door of rivals in the women's division. It is coming a bit surreal. Dolan did not even mind her last feud with James, but she moved on to Para as well. And Dolan gives up with Davenport. What's working though is Hale and James together. They're different acts who can go with a more dynamic range. This was a smart piece of booking that could keep the women's tag division out all the more relevant in NXT. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. This was solid enough. We then had a no DQ match with Bron Breakker taking on Von Wagner. Von Wagner fought fire with fire, including Sen breaking Parade the stage. He also powerbombed the former NXT champion, freeing that stable, but a low blow followed by a spear won it for Breakker. Afterwards, Breakker continued to inflict damage. He smacked Wagner's head into Silseth's TV feed cutout. With the help of many different weapons, Wagner put together some of the best singles matches of his career so far. Breakker made him look like a monster as he powered out the former NXT champion's best offense. It's a shame that this didn't leave for a win for Wagner, but Breakker remains clearly much higher profile performer. The feud's not over, so there may be a win before it's done. Corbin's involvement seemed unnecessary, but he got front row seat to see Breakker's most recent acts today, maybe setting up a few between them. But yeah, this gets 7 out of 10 for me. An expected winner, but yeah, to be honest, I was surprised by how brutal the match was, but I really did enjoy it. I thought, yeah, it was a really fun way to end NXT, so 7 out of 10. And overall this week, NXT gets 7 out of 10 for me. I thought, yeah, it was a good episode of NXT. The main event was really enjoyable. Some of the matches throughout the card, and yeah, I think No Mercy still a few weeks away, obviously. But yeah, I really am excited for what that card's shaping up to be. So yeah, on the whole, this was good stuff. Gets 7 out of 10 from me. But anyway, guys, that's it for video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and subscribe to daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.